Okay, hi, 5A, 5B, and 5C. This week, I thought it might be easier to do a video so that you could understand where we're going. I do also encourage you to join me on Friday for a live lesson where I'll show you a bit more about Atlas work. For now, we're going to be looking at invisible lines that go around the Earth that help us to look for different places. And we actually started to use this idea when we did 4 and 6 figure references on maps early on this year. So we're going to go back to knowledge you know and use it to go forward. I'm going to just show you my screen. I'm going to share a PowerPoint with you. Let's go to desktop. Okay, and we've got, here we go. Okay, so the lines that are on the Earth are called longitude and latitude, and they are invisible, which means we cannot see them. If we look at this slide here, we have got that the longitudinal lines, longitude, are the ones that go from the top to the bottom, is how you would see it, okay? But they're actually the east and west lines, whereas your latitude lines are the ones that go this way, which are kind of like flatitude, if you think about it like that. And they are your north and south lines. We will explain that a little bit later. Then we've also got, you've got your North Pole and your South Pole. And if you remember your compass, you will know that this is probably the eastern side and this would be the western side if you think about it like that, if this was the center of your compass. What we will do is we will now look at how this works. So the lines are always parallel for the latitude ones, which always run like this, and they run from south to north. So these are, when we're talking about south and north, this is what it is. You have your degree over here, and you have a little circle next to it, which means degree. And so all these lines are obviously going up in tens, which is very similar to what we did before. But then you also have a little line that comes in, which is a minute sign, which also helps you to count within them, which kind of links to the 4-digit or 6-digit maps we've been doing before. Okay, then if we look here, so you can see it a little bit better, you've got your different lines of latitude. You've got your equator, which is really important. It goes through half of, kind of like splits the Earth in half, and the top half is north and the bottom half is south. You've got your tropics, which is your Tropic of Cancer line and your Tropic of Capricorn line, and they are always 23.5 degrees north or 23.5 degrees south. Then if we go to the next slide, you've got those 3 lines that we've seen already, and now you've also got the Antarctic Circle and the Arctic Circle. This is in the north, and this is the south. All right. The next one, when we take the Earth and we completely cut it in half with the equator, you have the northern hemisphere, where we live now in Europe, and the southern hemisphere, like South America and South Africa, where I originally come from. Okay, then we also have longitudinal lines, and these are lines that go from south to north, but they actually show us whether it's east or west in the lines. So they go this way around, and they are not the same at each point, because of course at the poles they go closer together, and at the equator they are the widest apart. The most important one to know line in this is the Greenwich Meridian, or the prime meridian, and it goes from the North Pole through Greenwich in England, it's all the way down to the South Pole, and that is called the Greenwich Meridian. Okay, if we go to the next slide, we've got some information. So if I was to look at the map and I was to find somewhere like Edinburgh, for instance, at 55 degrees, 57 minutes north, and 3 degrees, 17 minutes west. If I was to use a map to do that, okay, I would look at a map and we would always start with the northern one. Okay, so we've got 55 degrees north. And if I look here, here is my degrees. Okay, and this is my north section and this is my south section. So I need 55 degrees and 57 minutes north. Okay, so it'll probably be somewhere around here, I guess. And then the next one is 3 degrees west and 7 minutes. So here is west, okay. Here is west 2, 7 degrees, 5 degrees, sorry, and 7 minutes would be about here. So if we kind of join those two lines here, we would land up to be about there. And if you look at the next slide, we can see, if it changes, no, and it won't change, but you will see that that is correct. Okay, if we look here, there we go. Okay, so you've got Edinburgh is there. You could also do the other three, and when you get this presentation, you can try it yourself. So you've got Madrid, Yamoussoukro, and Canberra in Australia. Okay, we can also use these lines of latitude and longitude when we look at our sat navs in our cars. Sometimes people just give you the degrees and you pop it in and then it shows you where it is. You don't need to have an address of this building, what. You just need to have the coordinates and it really helps you. Okay, I also have a video that you are welcome to watch. So just click on this link and it will take you through to the video. All right, I'm going to stop screen sharing for now and return to you. Okay, just so that you also know, what I have done is I have created a little quiz in your OneNote. So if I look at my OneNote here, which I will move to yours just before you need it, there is a form that you just click on and it will take you to Google Forms and you can respond. Okay, so if I show you my screen again, okay, if I show you my screen again, and we look at this, okay, my OneNote, you will see that there is a one called Latitude and Longitude form. I'd like you to fill that in to check that you know what's going on. We're also going to look at this Easter trial, Latitude and Longitude, which is this, okay, as you can see here. And all you need to do for me is you need to fill in the degrees, okay? This has got no minutes, so it's not as confusing, but just degrees. And so, for instance, the first one has been done for you. It is number 1, it's over here, okay? You always do the north and south one first. So north and south, okay, it's 30 degrees south, because remember, below here is south, and then this is north. On this side, this is east, and this is west, okay, and then you've got 30 degrees west, which is over here, okay. If you are confused about how to do this, I can explain it again on Friday, but I would like you to try this worksheet. It's finding Easter eggs. Those are what the round things are. And then just to look at this form, it is a simple form that opens up and it'll ask you what continent is at 10 degrees and 5 seconds, 20 degrees and 30 seconds. And all you need to do for me is look here and decide what continent is it. Is it Australia, Africa, or Europe? And you just choose one of them. You choose one of them for the second one as well, and you press submit, and it will tell you if you get your answers. I would just like you to try that because I want to see if you can do it firstly, but also if you are understanding the concept. And then I will get to see how many of you got that right or incorrect. Okay, I hope this helps you. I hope that this is an easier way to understand what you need to do this week. You don't have to hand in the worksheets. It's just for you to practice. And I will post the answers the following week so you can check your own work. Okay, thank you guys so much. Bye.